Picture this: buried beneath centuries of earth, treasures from an ancient world are waiting to be rediscovered. Each artifact tells a story of power, of gods, and of a civilization that endured for over 3,000 years. This is the story of ancient Egypt. But how did a people thriving along a single river in the middle of the desert rise to create one of the most extraordinary civilizations the world has ever seen? Our journey through ancient Egypt begins with the Nile River, the lifeline of this great civilization. The Nile was more than just water, it was life itself. While the lands beyond its reach were harsh and barren, the yearly flooding of the Nile left behind rich, fertile soil, perfect for growing crops. This cycle of flooding and planting was so predictable that it gave the Egyptians a sense of order, stability, and prosperity, allowing them to build a society like no other. Around 3100 BC, this stability helped small agricultural communities unite into one powerful kingdom under the leadership of a single ruler, Nama, the first pharaoh. And so began the story of ancient Egypt. The Old Kingdom, which lasted from around 2700 to 2200 BC, is best known for its architectural wonders. The pyramid. These colossal stone structures are more than just tombs. They're symbols of the pharaoh's divine power. The Egyptians believed their kings weren't just rulers, but gods living on earth. The pyramids, particularly the Great Pyramid of Giza, were designed to ensure the pharaohs would reach the afterlife, where they would continue to reign eternally. The construction of the pyramids remains one of humanity's greatest engineering feats, accomplished without modern machinery, just thousands of skilled workers, sheer determination, and a deep faith in the gods. But even the greatest civilizations can stumble. After centuries of prosperity, Egypt's old kingdom collapsed around 2200 BC. The centralized power of the pharaoh weakened, leading to famine, unrest, and political chaos. For over a century, Egypt was divided, plagued by rival factions fighting for control. By around 2050 BC, Egypt was reborn. The Middle Kingdom saw the rise of a new line of pharaohs who restored peace, unity, and prosperity. Trade with neighboring lands flourished, arts and literature blossomed, and Egypt's influence stretched far beyond the Nile. One pharaoh who stands out from this era is Senusret III, known for his military campaigns and for securing Egypt's southern borders. Under his reign, Egypt's influence was felt from the shores of the Mediterranean to the heart of Africa. But just as Egypt was finding its footing, new challenges were looming on the horizon. Around 1650 BC, foreign invaders known as the Hyksos swept into Egypt, seizing control of the northern regions. The Hyksos brought with them revolutionary new technology. The horse-drawn chariot and advanced bronze weapons. Egypt, caught off guard, was temporarily overpowered. But the Egyptians were resilient. From the southern city of Thebes, a new generation of pharaohs rose up, learned from their enemies, and began to reclaim their land. This marked the beginning of the New Kingdom, a golden age of power, wealth, and expansion. The New Kingdom, which began around 1550 BC, was a time of Egypt's greatest conquests and its most magnificent monuments. Pharaohs like Thutmose III, often called Egypt's Napoleon, expanded the empire to its farthest reaches, creating an empire that stretched into modern-day Israel, Palestine, and Sudan. But it wasn't just about military might. This period saw the construction of grand temples dedicated to the gods, none more impressive than the massive Temple of Karnak, a sprawling complex that remains one of the largest religious buildings in the world. And then, of course, there was Ramses the Great, the pharaoh who reigned for over 60 years and left behind more monuments and statues than any other ruler. His reign was so powerful that his name became synonymous with greatness, even millennia after his death. But even though Egypt had many powerful rulers, none have captured the imagination of the modern world like Tutankhamun, the boy king. His reign was short, and his achievements pale in comparison to those of Ramses or Hatshepsut. But when British archaeologist Howard Carter discovered his tomb nearly intact in 1922, the world was given a rare glimpse into the splendor and wealth of ancient Egypt. The treasures found inside, golden masks, jewelry, and statues, remain among the most famous artifacts ever unearthed. Despite Egypt's strength, even the most powerful empires eventually fall. By the time Cleopatra VII took the throne in 51 BC, Egypt had already been weakened by internal divisions and external invasions. Cleopatra's dramatic alliances with Julius Caesar and later Mark Antony were her attempts to preserve Egypt's independence. But after her defeat at the Battle of Actium, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire in 30 BC. The age of the pharaohs had come to an end. But while the pharaohs may be long gone, their legacy endures. The pyramids still stand, the temples still inspire awe, and Egypt's ancient history continues to shape our modern world. Thousands of years after its fall, the civilization of ancient Egypt remains a testament to the power of human ingenuity, faith, and perseverance.